Why the UK cost of living crisis isn't over? It just looks like it is. You've probably seen the headlines. Inflation is falling. Things are improving. The worst is behind us. But if that's really true, why does everything still feel so expensive? Why does your weekly shop still sting? Why does rent still feel like it's swallowing your income? Why does it feel like your money disappears faster than ever? Here's the reality most people are missing. When inflation goes down, that doesn't mean prices are going down. It just means they're rising more slowly. And that's a big difference. Because right now, food, rent, transport, energy, they're all still increasing. Just not as aggressively as before. But for your bank account, that doesn't feel like relief. It just feels like pressure. Slightly reduced. The illusion of things getting better. Let's break this down in the simplest way possible. Imagine last year, your weekly grocery bill went from £80 to £100. That's a huge jump. Now this year, it goes from £100 to £105. Technically, inflation has fallen. But you're still paying more than ever before. And that's exactly what's happening across the UK right now. Prices surged quickly, and now they're still climbing. Just at a slower pace. There's been no reset. No return to what things used to cost. So even though the headlines sound positive, your reality hasn't caught up. Wages aren't keeping up. Now here's where things get even more frustrating. Wages haven't caught up for most people. Yes, some salaries have gone up. You might have even had a raise. But here's the problem. Those increases haven't matched the rise in everyday costs. So in real terms, people are still worse off. You might be earning more on paper, but your money doesn't stretch as far. It doesn't last as long. And that creates a silent kind of stress. Because it's not always obvious at first. It shows up in small decisions. Skipping takeaways. Cutting back on subscriptions. Thinking twice before turning the heating on. Until eventually, those small changes become your new lifestyle. The biggest pressure points. Right now, there are three main areas hitting people the hardest. And they're not luxuries. They're essentials. First, housing. Rent has surged across major UK cities. For many people, it's now taking up a huge portion of their income. In some cases, over half of what they earn. And if you're trying to save on top of that, it feels almost impossible. Second, energy. Now yes, energy bills aren't spiking, like they were at the peak of the crisis. But they're still high. Higher than what people were used to paying just a few years ago. So even though the panic has faded, the cost hasn't. And third, food. Grocery prices have quietly stayed elevated. You might not notice it item by item, but over time, it adds up. Less in your basket, more at the checkout. Every single week. Why it feels never-ending. So why does this crisis feel like it's dragging on? Why does it feel like there's no real relief? Because there hasn't been a true reset. Prices went up fast, but they haven't come back down. And in most cases, they won't. That's how inflation works. Once prices rise, they tend to stay there. What changes is the speed, not the direction. So even when things improve, they don't go back. And that creates this strange feeling, where the crisis is no longer making headlines, but it's still affecting everyday life. Quietly, constantly. The psychological impact. And there's something else people don't talk about enough. The mental side of all this. Because it's not just about money. It's about uncertainty. It's about feeling like you're working hard, but not getting ahead. It's about that constant background worry. Checking your bank balance before making even small decisions. That kind of pressure builds over time. And for a lot of people, it's exhausting. What happens next? So what does the future actually look like? Best case scenario. Wages slowly catch up. Inflation stabilizes. And things begin to feel manageable again. Not easy, but manageable. Worst case? Costs stay high. Wages continue to lag behind. And this becomes the new normal. A world where everything is just more expensive. And people simply adjust, because they have no choice. So no, the cost of living crisis isn't over. It hasn't disappeared. It hasn't been solved. It's just evolved. It's quieter now, less dramatic, but still very real. And for millions of people across the UK, it's something they're still living with, every single day.